The champions, the champ. We're missing that beautiful sound. The Champions League.
Nice.
Brilliant shots. Oh, look at that pass. And he's running. He's trying to get the second. He's getting one. Oh my God. That would have been a goal. That would have been a goal. He's sick. Open his body. Looking for the... Oh! I thought he was going to switch it. We are finally back in the Champions League. Oh, what a beautiful day. It is wonderful. I know every fan is excited right now. Every fan is feeling a bit ecstatic because we see for years we've been bantered. For years we've been criticized. For years we've been ostracized by other fans. All because we're not in the premium league, which is the Champions League. So now, the only thing people can say right now, oh, we haven't won it. But I know that's coming just around the corner. We might even win it this season. Who knows? Who knows? So, hello, my fellow Gooners. We are back in the Champions League. We've been out the Champions League for almost 7 years. And we're going to have a tough match tomorrow against PSV. And we see PSV has also been out the Champions League for almost 5 seasons, 5 years as well. So it's not just us. PSV has a point to prove. We have a point to prove since the last time we got kicked out by Bayern Munich, losing 10-2. 10-1 aggregate. Embarrassment. And I remember most Arsenal fans were saying, might as well we not be in the Champions League. If we're going to get embarrassed in this manner, in this way, might as well we not be in the Champions League. And now I know that most fans are regretting that statement. You know, when you make a wish and that wish came through, you're like, oh man, why did I make that wish? That's how I see most Arsenal fans were, because when we were at the competition, we're always missing it. We all were longing to be in that Tuesday night playing amongst the greatest in the world, the Real Madrid, the Barcelona, the Bayern Munich, the Juventus, all the greatest team in Europe are in the Champions League, and we've been missing out for almost 7 seasons. So I'm happy that we're back in the Champions League, and for me, this is gonna test our resolve. I've said in previous video that I believe that we have the potential to win the Champions League. Straight. We have the potential to win the Champions League, and I'm not being naive. I'm not being, as some people might say, deluded as an Arsenal fan. It's just the faith I have in my team, and also when I check the mathematics, when I check basically how easy or how difficult it is to win, it's more easier than the Premier League. And if we came that close to winning the Premier League against City, which slipped up in the last few matches, it's totally plausible to win the Champions League. And I also see that we've been basically placed at the 4th best team, or the 4th team to win it. After the obvious choices, there's cities, the Real Madrid, after the obvious big teams, we are 4th. So I believe that we will have a great season, a great spell, a great session in the Champions League, and potentially win it. So these rival fans ain't got nothing else to say. What they're going to start saying, oh, we've won the Champions League, we've won the Champions League more than once. That's all they can say. But who cares? Because at that time, we will be the best team in the world, the biggest team in the world at that time. So let's just get straight into the video. We've got lots of stats. We've got lots of things to look over, and also we're going to take a look into the most dangerous player for their team, and we're going to watch some clips, basically see how the dangerous player play and how we can potentially set up to beat him, or to silence him, or to beat PSV in total. So let's just get straight into the video. But before we go any further, make sure you like, subscribe and share. Hit that subscribe button. Help me on my journey to 100 subs. So the first stats we see is the last match we played against PSV. Basically, it was a 1-0. We scored 1 goal. PSV didn't manage a goal in that match. The XG was 2.71 to PSV 0.34. The shots, we had 25 shots. We peppered them, and they only had 4 shots. We had 8 on target and they had won. 62 possession compared to 68, and that's brilliant. These are things I love to see, right? That shows you that previously PSV knows the levels. They know they're not on our level, so it's just automatically in this match. And hopefully they came prepared. Hopefully they came to fight. Hopefully they came, or they will come, to basically give us a good match and not sit back like the teams in the Premier League because they're so shook of us. They're sitting back, allowing us to attack, and they just play low blocks. Hopefully the Champions League, because we're playing against superior team, hopefully they will attack us. They will be attacking, and we can attack. We can fist it out. No defense. Let's not own up any defense. Drop the defense. Let's go fist it out. Let's see who's going to left standing. Hopefully they can't come with this mentality and not blocking for the whole match and not fighting back. Hopefully they came prepared. So this is their season rating so far. Basically, they're on the top of the Eredivisie. They're on the number 1 spot. So even though I'm saying all this, we can't take them lightly, because for the fact that they're number 1, I know their league is quite rubbish. And I don't, no disrespect to PSV fans or any team in the Eredivisie, but compared to the Premier League, it's baby, it's childish, right? But we can't take any team for granted, especially the team that's in number 1 spot. I don't care if they're a so-called Farmers League, we can't be taking any team for granted. So we see that in their season so far, being at number 1, they've had 4 matches and scored 13 goals in 4 matches. That's a brilliant stats. That's basically averaging over 3 goals per game. So we see that they've conceded 1 goal as well. So this is something to look into, right? Even though I said all I've said, take it with a pinch of salt. They've conceded 1 goal. Only 1 goal, and I've scored 13 goals. That shows that their defense is solid and their attacking positions is immense right now. It's immense right now. So we have to be on our A game to play against this team. And we know a few players that we've got in the team, and we're going to get into it in a few moments. So they've got 10 assists, ball position. They had 63.3% on average for those 4 games. Accurate per game is 510. That's 86%. On off 231. A position of 287, long balls 26.5, which is a 56.4%. Accurate crosses 7.3, which is 34.9%. Now, as I said before, the goal score is averaging at 3.3 per game. Penalty, they had 3 penalties and they scored all 3 of them. Coming down to big chances, they have 5.5 big chances, and big chances miss is 3.3. So we see that they have loads of shots. They have 23 shots per game, and this is something we have to be mindful of. We have to be careful of, because these are the things why we will slip up sometimes, because we underestimate certain things, just like what I've been doing in the first few minutes of this video. Sometimes we underestimate teams and they come and embarrass us. So this is it, that they've got a good striker, they've got a good defense, they've got a good forward line. Not just a good striker, they have a solid midfield. And we're also gonna get into the midfield when we touch on the danger man of the match. So they also have 3. So they have 3 clean sheet conceded. Goals conceded is 0.03 per match. Tackles per game 15.3. Interception per game 8.5. Clearance per game 11.5. Saves made 1. Ball recovery 75. Errors leading to a shot 6. So potentially that's something we can capitalize on. Potentially errors leading to a shot, they have 6 in 4 games. Now once again, they're playing against teams that doesn't press as hard as we do. They're playing against teams that's not as aggressive in the pressing as we are, or as intelligent in the pressing as we are. We are known for pressing, especially Martin Odegaard, Gabriel J. Whether it's Nketiah or Gabriel J, both are brilliant in pressing. Kai Havertz, Declan Rice, Leandro Trossard is improving in his pressing. Bukayo Saka, we got front players that are aggressive and are quick in the pressing. So that's something that we could potentially capitalize on. Listen, mark my words. Remember this video. If it happens tomorrow, just remember that. Listen, Rob picked up on this before. Rob noticed this, that we could potentially capitalize on an error. Duels won 47.8. They won 54% of their duels. Ground duels won 35, that's also 50%. Aerial duels won 12.8, which is 67%. Possession loss 134 times. So we see that duels and ground duels are basically 50% each per match. And for me, once again, they're playing against lesser opponents. They're playing against smaller teams. So if that is 50%, then I guarantee that we're going to give them a run for their money. They're going to be so shocked in this match, because this is it, that in the Premier League, you have to be aggressive. You have to be winning your duels. You have to be winning your individual personal battles, whether it's the midfield, whether it's the attacking areas, whether it's the defense. You have to be winning your duels, and we're good at that this season because of the Premier League. The demands of the Premier League has pushed us on a certain levels that the rest of Europe aren't on yet or haven't seen. Because we see when City played in the Champions League last season, many teams didn't expect the way City played, right? City shocked a lot of big teams, even though they know that City is very good. The hard work, the dirty work, they did not expect that from City, and that's how City that's how City won the Champions League. So coming over to PSV, we're gonna run over them. We're gonna run them over. I believe we're gonna run them over. That's just my thoughts. But once again, we can't take them for light. We still have to play our game. We can't just go into the game and thinking we've won already. We have to put up a brilliant match. We have to give them a brilliant account of ourselves, because we have the potential to give them about 10-0. I know we have. I'm not saying that's going to be a scoreline. Stay tuned to the end of the video and you will see my scoreline prediction. So we get into the three most dangerous players. We see Verman, Luke de Jong and Nia Long. These are their three most dangerous players in the league and in the Champions League, because so far they've already had a Champions League match. They've already had a Champions League match with Rangers, which they beat them twice, and it was basically a convincing win. The way they played, the stats, it was a convincing win. Even though the scoreline may say otherwise, the stats says different. It was a convincing win when you check the stats out. So they've already seasoned. Even though this is their first time back in the Champions League in the five seasons, they've already basically wet their feet by playing Rangers. We haven't had any match yet. So this is our very first match. So they've got Verman, Luke de Jong and Nia Long. Verman is rated at 8.6. Now this is my danger player. This is the player that we need to look out for, and I'm going to get into that in a few moments. But we see Luke de Jong, a tower win centre forward. Tall, very tall. He's aggressive and he can hold up the ball. And he has a good ball striking. So we have to be careful of him. We have to be careful of Luke de Jong. But I believe that Saliba and Gabriel is up for the challenge. I believe they can contain him, but we still can't. Gabriel cannot have any lapse in concentration, because that could lead to a goal. He's very clinical when he gets a sniff, when he gets a chance. He's clinical. So we have to be careful of Luke de Jong. Also, Nia Long is a very tricky customer when it comes down to the centre forward. When it comes down to the wing play, he's a very tricky player. He can go both ways. He's very intelligent. He's very smart. So we have to keep a watch on him. We have to, because we see that he's rated one of the best in his team this season. The 4 matches they've played, plus the 2 in the Champions League, both legs. He's been rated 7.7, which is a very good rating. But let's get more into the danger man. The one we should be looking out for. This is a brilliant low finish on his left foot, right? He placed the ball in the bottom corner. Now, this is a brilliant turn. And I was thinking, who's in our team that plays like that? We haven't got anyone in our team that plays like that. He plays a bit like Ceballos. He plays a bit like Toni Kroos or Modric. Look at that layoff. Look at it. He's dictating the play in midfield. And we haven't got a midfielder like that. Declan Rice doesn't. The only person we can say is like that is Partey, and he's more technical than Partey for me. Brilliant shot, brilliant goal. Look at those 1-2. That's a thing we need to look out for. Is ball striking. He's sweet. He strikes the ball very clean, very accurate. He doesn't overhit it. It doesn't do power. It does accurate placement. So that's one thing, and he shoots outside the box quite a lot, as we can see. We have to be wary of that. Declan Rice is going to be in for a match in defending this guy. the match is going to be won in midfield, I believe, because this guy is going to be dictating the midfield. So we need Declan Rice to defend him and defend the rest of the midfield, keeping the midfield on lock, basically playing that low number 6. And then we'll have Martin Odegaard and Kai Havertz, I believe. Whether it's Kai Havertz, whether it's Vieira, whether it's Emil Smith-Rowe, these players need to have a very good match beside Odegaard, because I believe Odegaard is going to have a very good match. My confidence in Odegaard is going up. It's been going up and up each match I've seen him playing. He's been getting better. He's been improving. So I believe that Odegaard is gonna have a brilliant match, and it's gonna be down to Odegaard and Rice that control. Rice close down the midfield, close down the attacking players, the attacking midfielders, and Odegaard attack their backline. So this guy, he looks very, very good to me so far. Clean ball striking action. You can see that he loves it. He loves coming on. This is a match against us last season. Brilliant ball striking. Left, right, whatever foot you give him on, he's good with it. He's okay. He says, give it to me. I will smash it in for you. Very, 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 very good vision. That's a brilliant piece of vision. Spot him, giving that accurate ball. You see the ball, inch perfect on the right side that he needs to curl it in with his right foot to the back post. Perfect. He's got so. Look at that pass. That's like Fabio Vieira. That's like the right-footed Fabio Vieira. Well, that's a player I could compare with. Fabio Vieira is a right-footed Fabio Vieira. And we see that Fabio Vieira has been brilliant this season. Brilliant pass, brilliant shot. Left foot shot. He's good on both foot. Look at that pass to Netherlands. Look at that pass. Iron and needle stuff. Brilliant shot on his left big. I don't even know what foot he is. He's scoring. Look, he's scoring more shots than more goals on his left than on his right. That's another one on his right. Open his body, looking for the. Oh, I thought he was gonna switch it. What a play! What a play! Good touch. Oh, unlucky. That's a shot right there. You see, he's got those sneaky shots that make you feel. Look at that shot. There's no effort in his shots. There's no effort. No leaning back. Brilliant shots. Oh, look at that pass. And he's running. He's trying to get the second. He's getting what? Oh, my God. That would have been a goal. That would have been a goal. He's sick. Vermin. Not to be confused with the pest. Brilliant. Leave alone. Nah. This guy. So we have to be very wary of Vermin. Vermin for me is the most dangerous player. I know that Luke de Jong is dangerous in terms of scoring goals, but for me, he can't score without Vermin. I believe that Vermin will dictate. It will dictate the attacking play, and it will also dictate the defensive side of the game as well, because he's okay at defending, but the way he sets up his team, for me, is that controller in midfield. He controls the game from midfield, whether attacking or defending, right? He's a controller. We see that we didn't see it in his clips, but in his stats, we see that he's good at interception as well. So he's not just one-sided, just attacking. He can defend as well. He can do his thing coming back. We have to be very wary of this guy. So this would be my lineup against PSV. I would have Ramsdale in goal. I would have Saliba and Gabriel, two centre-backs. I would have Zinchenko on the left, Ben White on the right. And my midfield would be Odegaard, Kai Havertz and Rice. Jesus would be my centre-forward, Saka, and then Trossard. We see that Martinelli got injured. It's not something we want to see, but we see that Martinelli got injured. So Trossard naturally will just come and take his place for me. Potentially we can see Emil Smith-Rowe on the left. I don't like to see Smith-Rowe on the left. I want them to see him in attacking mid. So potentially Kai Havertz can come in, but yeah, if I would have any change in this formation, I would have Smith-Rowe to come on for Kai Havertz. That's what, because I want to see Smith-Rowe play, but I don't want to see him on the left. I don't want to see him where Trossard is. So the only player I would see change this formation for is Smith-Rowe for Havertz. I would have potentially I would say Reece Nelson will come out for the last 30 minutes to take Trossard out, to give him a breather, because we see we got Tottenham on the weekend. We don't know how fit Gabriel Martinelli will be for Tottenham, so potentially Trossard was going to be our starter for Tottenham. So this will be my lineup: Jesus, Given, and Ketieres. Saka, we ain't got no one to rest Saka with. So, and I believe that Arteta said he hasn't got any favourite. Arteta saying that everyone's going to basically have a match. Everyone's going to, there's no person that's going to stay in the team. He's going to rotate, alternate between different players. But we see that Saka is going to be a mainstay because we have got a good right winger. So I will bring back Raya. I will bring back Ramsdale in goal instead of Raya. I would actually start Raya for the match against Tottenham. I would have Ramsdale for this match and have Raya for the match against Tottenham, because I would love to see him in a very, very intense match, high-paced match, and see how good he will perform under pressure, and still building up from the back, still playing futsal from the back. I want to see how he will do in a match situation like that. So lastly, we're going to check some stats from the danger man himself. So we see that Verman had as 8.6 an average so far this season. We see him having on the 12th of August, that match he had 7.9 rating. 19th of August he had, I think that's Vitesse, 8% ratings, and it keeps getting better. And the 2nd of September he had a 9.5. That's a massive rating. That shows that he had a superb once in a lifetime match against that team. And then the 16th we see him having a rating of 9, which is also good. Above 9 and above is superb. It's splendid performance. So we see that this shows that a very, very brilliant performance. We can tell by the stats, we can still tell by the color. We can see that a light green is 7.9, a green is 8, and blue is 9 and above. So we can see that those last 2 matches he's been in peak form. He's been preparing, he's been rearing, he's been watching us. He's been watching us against Everton. He's been watching us play, preparing for us, keep on improving. So I know he's going to be up for it. So the match, he played 4 matches, 4 starts, 90 minutes, and it was in 2 weeks of the teams, which is a brilliant accomplishment for any player. So he got 1 goal. So he scored 1 goal in 4 matches. The expected his expected goal is 0.64. So we have to be wary. We have to be wary of this. In once in a while, he turns up with a goal, right? So we have to be careful of that. His goals per game is 0.3, which is a third. He scores a third. So we have to be wary of this guy. This guy, he can at any time score a goal, and we can tell based off his shots per game. He has 2.3 shots per game. Shots on target per game is 0.8. So potentially he could be scoring 1 goal per game, because his shots on target is 0.8. So it's just shy of 1. And if he just learns how to be more accurate in those chances, he will be scoring 1 goal per game. And hopefully he doesn't pick up that criteria. Hopefully he doesn't pick up that know-how against us. So we see he has 4 assists so far. We could see his heat map. His heat map is basically on the left-hand side, which would be perfect for Declan Rice, because I believe that Declan Rice will be on the right with Zinchenko inverted on the left. So I believe that it will be perfect place. It will be perfect position for Declan Rice to keep a lock on him, to keep him in his pocket, so he won't be influenced or influential on the match. We see his expected assist is 1.5. His touches is 101. Big chance created is 3. Key passes is 5. Accurate per game 63, which is 81%. Own half 19, which is 87. Opposition half 47, which is 45, which is 75%. Long balls 5.8, which is 61%. Chip passes 5, which is 47, and crosses 4, which is 52. So chip passes are one of the things I want to highlight. We see in the past, in the match, in the clips a few minutes ago, he's been doing a few chip passes. That looks like a specialty of his, to be doing chip passes. So basically, if I'm seeing that, I know Mikel Arteta is seeing that, and I know Gabriel is showing Gabriel Magalhaes, he's showing William Saliba, he's showing the defensive line to say, listen, be careful of this. We need to drop back. We need to get our head, even if it's just a slight touch on the ball. Because eventually one of these chip passes is gonna come through. He's gonna do it. Whether it's in the first half or the second half, he's going to attempt to do one of these chip passes. So we have to be prepared whenever it does. So this is the video there, ending. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share. Make sure you leave a comment below. And if you enjoy this video, if you're not already subscribed, make sure you hit the subscribe button and help us on the road to 100 subs. Catch you in the next video, guys, after we win this match. So my prediction is 3-0. So after we win this match 3-0, I'll catch you on the other side with a post-match stats and analysis. So catch you in the next video, guys. Goodbye.